It's like a Basher supernova in the sky. Meow. Hey, Bashers, Bashers. Welcome to the show. It is Speedy Tuesday, as always, wearing my Speedmaster on Tuesday, as you should if you have one. If not, wear your very favorite timepiece. My name's Dirk. This is the iBashers on the iBashers Network. Dirk Weekdays. It is your show. I just host it. How are you all today? Great to start the week off fresh and great to see everybody in the room. Nice crew already. Andrew Rogowich, as well, almost always. Andrew, I owe you so many songs. It's just that because we text and stuff. I feel like I owe you an entire album. And I think what I have to do is I have to come up with new tunes other than my lazy basher of the day song. Andrew Welkowicz, Canadian, $5. I'm working till 5:30. Enjoy the show, upvote, and subscribe, everyone. Be a blessing, not just to Dirk, but to others. Well, thanks so much for that. And for you, we start you out with the Super Chat Gang, as we do every day on the iBashers Network. Let me just go find that. Where did it go? Where'd the regular one go? There it is. Boom. Great to see you in the room, always. Oh, you're not here. You're coming in. Okay, it's not easy being me, but somebody has to be. And be the best you can, and it's a pretty good one indeed. Ken Furby's here. Hello, everyone. The IKEA instructions are straightforward. Just got to look around like a lunatic. Straightforward, upvote, and subscribe. Andrew, many congrats. You've done it again. You've done it again, as they say in Britain. Again. I love all the little different minutiae between the Kings and the American versions. So several things, tomato, but you don't say potato. The Irish do the same thing too, because of 800 years of oppression. But let's not go there. But it's funny, like again, color, flavor. I always use the U because I just think it looks better. What can I tell you? Ken Furby says Speedy Tuesday is upon us. Here it is, Speedy Tuesday. Proudly, you know what? I know this Speedy has to go for service. I know that because it's got the thing with the crown going on there, and I'm just, I just wear it freaking so much. It'll be weird not to have it for a while. Maybe I can have it done. Ush told me about a place that I could just probably have it done, so I'll probably just do that. The crown, if I wind it backwards, it will fall off. So I have to get that Loctited. I also have to get one link taken out of this side and one link put on that side because it sits on me just slightly ever so high. But that's just the way that it is. Hiteshi is in the room. Hey, Bastardos, I can't believe it. The Brit Boys kissed and made up. Must have been money on the table. Well, I did do a poll. Let's go look at the poll. Let's go have a look at what the poll says. Let's see what the Bastards said. We'll go to where the Bastards are, where the Bastards dwell, and we'll go see exactly what you guys think. So let me find that right now. Here's the poll I put up today. It's a Chrome tab. Yes, it is. And there it is. And it was. So Oasis are getting back together for a giant stadium tour. Why do you think they're doing it now? The choices were they realized that they love each other. They're brothers. And that the fight was stupid. 4%. The world needs them. And so does rock. That's the camp I kind of fall into. 8%. Number 3 is Liam needs the money because he blew it all. And that is the clear choice at 49%, almost 50%, almost half of the votes. 4th is Noel needs the money. He just got divorced. That's probably a part of it. And 1 is for the fans is 6%. I've been calling this for a while. That's a great one. Thanks for participating in the poll. How wonderful that you guys are. I love all these little things that keep us interactive and talking and just part of the whole Bastardo universe. The Bastardo verse. We can get into that in a minute, I guess. Well, actually, we can get into it now, right? So, Noel Gallagher had put, or Gallagher if you're American or English, I guess, but the Irish say Gallagher. Another difference in the Kings versus the rest of the world. Well, I knew it was coming for ages because I could see. I don't care about Oasis in any way, shape, or form, but I care about rock passionately because I come from a rock background. I like rock music. I'm not an Oasis fan. I get it. I get why people like them. They certainly served a function. Um, I think that the two of them are a pack of twats in general. But as I've gotten older, and as Noel has gotten older, he's become so funny, and he softened his stance a bit. And I just find him to be a delicious, delightful interview. Because listen, the guy's accomplished a whole hell of a lot, sold a shitload of records, and I'm sure he loves his brother. It's his brother. Of course, he loves his brother. And I think that Liam's a bit of a twat. He's got a big rock star snarl, like he thinks he's Lemmy, or he thinks he's that. He's not. His music is far too pussy to ever be up there with Motorhead or one of those super tough guys. But they're Britpop. They're the kings of Britpop. Look, I prefer Pulp or Blur for me. And I'm a giant Robbie Williams fan, and that was their biggest nemesis, I guess, right? They were friends, then they weren't friends, then he's the fat dancer, and all the stupid shit. For all the people on the other end, for everybody in the United States, who cares? Who cares? Oasis were relatively big here, but like Blur and Pulp and Robbie, no one even knows who they are. No one knows who Jarvis Cocker is in the United States. Nobody knows who that is. And that's a shame because England puts out some of the best frickin' rock and roll that's ever happened to the world. And there's only so much room when you're in between whatever fad America has found itself in, and whatever deities, like what's his face from One Direction. I don't remember his name. That guy became a monster star in the United States. And the Lemonade Sugar guy, is that what it's called? Watermelon Sugar. I can't remember his name. Sam Smith became big. Why does America let in the more shite versions of the great stuff that Britain has to offer? I mean, thank God we let the Beatles in. Thank God that Led Zeppelin and The Who and Cream. Amazing. I mean, just Jimi Hendrix was American, but he made it in Britain first because America ignored him. It's amazing to me that Britain has had so many gigantic acts that have gone nowhere in the States. And I don't know, does anybody have an idea, or can they put their finger on the trigger as to why that could be? It's fascinating to me. So these two guys, they've been feuding at each other, insulting each other for the better part of 16 years, whatever it is. They did not go out on top. They put out a couple of kind of records that nobody cared about. They were the cream of the crop, the height of the Britpop scene when it was happening in the 90s. And first couple of records were just KO, lights out albums full of hits. They were accused of being like Beatle ripoff artists. I mean, come on. We're all Beatles ripoff artists. Everybody, everything the Beatles ever did, everyone steals from it. You might make it your own or go down a slightly different lane, but the blueprint was there. They wrote the Beatles wrote the blueprints for, I'm going to button this because it looks unkempt. And I did watch Fashion Police yesterday, and I don't want Michaela to say something to me because she's so sassy. Anybody watch Fashion Police yesterday? That girl was a nuclear bomb yesterday. She was just super feisty and, man, took no prisoners. So they've, he had Noel put on his Instagram or whatever his social media platforms are. He put like a little thing, guys plugging in an amp, and then the empty, Oasis logo that's just a plaque. It's nothing really, all these bands with these fancy logos, they just have Oasis in Helvetica italic. It's nothing, which is kind of what they are. They're no frills rock and roll band. And you know what? Mellow Dirk has said, thank the heavens that they put that shit behind, because imagine if those two guys got back together now, it would be friggin' enormous. They don't have to make a record. Oasis they don't even have to go into the studio. Nobody cares. They want to hear Champagne Supernova and Wonderwall and all that. They don't care about any of that other stuff. They want to hear the hits. They want to see him with his stupid microphone, his Lemmy microphone stance, and maybe a couple of fights or some jabs in the press. Like, I can't believe what Liam said to me in the Ritz-Carlton. I can't believe what Noel said to me when we were in the limo, shit like that. Because these guys, this is first class, top drawer. I mean, you think Taylor Swift was big? This is gonna be enormous. People have been hankering for so long for these two boneheads to put whatever animosity they had beside them and throw it out the door, and they have. And listen, by everyone's estimation, these guys are both extremely wealthy. Noel being the far wealthier because he wrote all those songs. Liam's a party animal. There's divorces. Noel just got divorced. Apparently, it cost him 22 million pounds out of his $54 million fortune. I'm sure he's worth more money than that. He wrote the songs for Oasis. And you see these estimates, and they're all bullshit anyway. If you go on like celebrity net worth or whatever bullshit, it's so ridiculously overinflated, and it's just nonsense. There was an episode where Sheen went on there, and they had all this information about his wife and his kids, and it was like, huh? But I'm sure that money. I don't think money played I think it played a part. How could it not? For them to say, hey, this is going to be stadiums only. This is going to be, right now it's just Ireland, Wales, and the UK. Well, Wales is the UK, but the UK and Ireland. They're going to start adding dates, and they're going to go to America and do a full-on summer stadium tour. There's no doubt about it. Every 50, 65-year-old person in America is going to want to go see Oasis all right, so 50 plus. And then their kids, because they've been playing, Definitely Maybe. And What's the Story, Morning Glory. They've been playing those records incessantly since those kids were in the womb. So these kids all know the songs. They just never were able to make an association, like a real one. So it's going to be huge. And one thing that I noticed, and I did a little bit of a dive, not much, because there's not that much information out there yet, other than we're back. Yay. And they have capped the prices at £86 or 86 euros, depending on your territory. And which is really great, because those guys, they're not going to do the Taylor Swift thing. They're not going to go out there with ego ramps and bombs and all kinds of pyrotechnic shit, and nothing's going to be on tape. And like, as an older person, who also happens to have been in bands and stuff like that, I am so grateful that these guys decided to go take a real rock and roll show back out on the road without all of the set dress and all the bullshit. And I like that stuff where appropriate. I like it where appropriate. I do not like when Taylor Swift has fire plumes and, what's that guy? Who's the watermelon sugar guy? I mean, I said he had hydraulics. His persona and his music doesn't call for any of that stuff. Her music doesn't call for that. She should have a cute bar like the Bluebird in Nashville and, all this stuff. But instead, everybody's Madonna, and Madonna can't be Madonna anymore because, she's not Madonna anymore. So Oasis are going to go out there with a bare bones rock and roll show. They're just going to go out there and play the songs, and people are going to lose their shit. They're going to they're going to make amazing memories. You want to make a memory to me? They're going to just do a great thing. And I think it's great for music, because there's going to be a real band that goes out there. And I had a little chit chat with them and with Sheen briefly on text about it. I had already planned this for the show, but we were talking about it, and like, who are the other guys? Like, it's just those two, because they're Oasis now, They did have original members, and I don't know their names. You don't know their names. I'm sure somebody does. And then those two guys left, I think, in 99. And then they had two other guys. One of them happens to be the son of Ringo Starr. So one of them's a son of a Beatle. You son of a Beatle. He doesn't need the money to go out on the road. Maybe he'd like to do the gig, and Zach Starkey's a wonderful guy, and he's great. He plays well. And no, get the original guys or the other two guys. Don't go looking for session players for this thing. You're going to keep it real, keep it really, really real, and go get the guys that helped you get there to begin with. That's the right thing to do, because not only are you guys getting your divorce reimbursements and your cocaine and your gambling and your whatever the shit Liam's up to. He's a party rock and roll monster, that guy. All snarl. Yeah. You got to appreciate that, because rock used to be that. And who took that? All the rappers have it now. The kids love that stuff, the rap shit, which I hate. I'm not into any of that stuff. I'm sure there's better. I've listened to a couple Eminem records. I like it. It's good. He's very tuneful and it's very interesting. But there other stuff like that other crap, I don't dig it. But they have attitude. They have that rock. They stole the rock and roll attitude, the rock and roll lifestyle, the bigger than life, the jets, the limos, the flashy clothes, all that cool stuff, the indulgences. All that stuff was appropriated by rappers. And then they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They shouldn't be in the Rock and Roll. The Beatles aren't getting in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, right? They're not. Do I sound like old man on the lawn now? Get off my rock and roll porch. It's ridiculous. And a band like Oasis is the perfect band to come out of hibernation and do it, because they're not going to have any candy floss there. It's going to be good, loud guitars, Liam screaming, girls that aren't as cute as they used to be going, I love you, Liam. Maybe they have a couple kids now, and maybe they're a grandmother now. But they were cute, man, back in the day, weren't they? They were adorbs. Who knows? I think it's great. I think it's a great thing for rock and roll. I'm totally into it. I might even listen to some of their music. I'm not going to go. I don't go see anybody anymore. But what's going to happen in the United States is the tickets are going to go on sale. And then the second you go buy them on Ticketmaster, and when are they going to get in trouble for using the word master? It should be called ticket spot or ticket place. No one's allowed to use master bedroom, master reel, because when you make an album, or you used to, doesn't matter anymore. The recorded, the thing that you recorded on was the master, and the copy was the slave. And, or you'd have extra tracks and stuff on the slave. Like if you had whatever, I'm not going to get into the whole technical thing about it. There's multiple things. We're not allowed to use those expressions anymore. People still do in private. Yeah, they're gonna put these Ticketmaster's gonna put these tickets out, and the second you go to click on one of them, it's gonna say verified resale ticket. So the first ticket is gonna go on sale. Say you want to be in the balcony or the loge, as a lot of arenas call it. Get maybe the second row. I like a loge seat. I don't like being on the floor anymore. Too old for that shit. I like to be up a little bit on the side so I can check out the action, maybe see a little bit of what's going on backstage. A couple of years ago, I went to see Scorpions with Emmett at Madison Square Garden, and we had these seats right by Matthias, which is what we wanted. And then we got to see like his tech pulling guitars out and doing stuff, and we love that stuff. So those tickets, and this has got to be 8 years ago, probably something crazy like 8 years ago. And I think I paid $150 for those tickets, and that was verified resale. That's what they were going for. And it was a sold out show. It wasn't, Scorpions aren't Taylor Swift or Oasis at this point in their career. But I guarantee you that $86 ticket that you want to get from Loge is going to be $1,500 US, because it's going to say verified resale ticket, because the government, as wonderful as they all are to everyone, and everyone applauds you. Thank you, government, for all the things that you do for us. They have not come up with some kind of viable legislation and rules, because those Ticketmaster sells the tickets, and then the person who bought them immediately, once they purchase them, they can click on a button that says resell it, and then they can name their own price. And that ticket will leave the original pricing system and go immediately back on their screen at some exorbitantly jacked up price that the scalper, now we're all scalpers now, everybody's a scalper, we're going to make money off of Oasis, and you're not going to be able to afford to go see that show because it's going to be, demand is going to be out of control. I think a band like Oasis is a breath of fresh air in this homogenized, manufactured shit pile of crap, pop crap, quantized, auto-tuned crap. It's a breath of fresh air. You know, who cares if Liam had a bottle of Jack Daniels last night and smoked 800 cigarettes? You're just going there to see that. He's no Pavarotti. Nobody cares. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're going to see a rock and roll show, a real life rock and roll show. And isn't it going to be great? Good for them. Good for you, Oasis. Welcome back. The world did need you. Who knew? Who knew? Dave Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Thank you for upvoting, Dave Fahrenheit 451. I'm glad you didn't get in there at Bash of the Day because it's so hard to arrive. Dave Fahrenheit 451. It's impossible to do it. Thank you so much. Dean says, upvote you now. It makes sense. Dean says, hey, Dirk, you're going to be staying at the Animal House with the boys. Sean, sort you out. Okay, so I don't know how you know that information. It looks unlikely for me. I'm going to make a final phone call after the show today because it looks like I'm actually going to be in the studio that week, and I'm not going to be around for it, but it sounds like a good time for the boys. I'm not exactly the best representation for that whole thing. If you know what it is, obviously you know something about it. But it looks unlikely, and I'll have a confirmation of its unlikelihood after the show. I'm waiting on a call back, and that's just fine. Melly C is here. Happy Speedy Tuesday, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Melly C, it's so great to see you in the room. Did you send us some Mark and Mindy? You might have. I don't know. A lot of Gallery of Bashtards today. Time Flies is in the room. Hey, Time Flies, great to see you. At number 6, upvoted. Please upvote. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but the numbers are looking, thank you. Thank you so very much, everybody, for being such great. Sunday Mass was a spectacular show. You guys were on fire. Amazing. Everybody enjoyed a little bit of Dear Dirk. Thanks for the letters for that. I'll be doing that on Sundays, unless it becomes the thing that you guys want more of. It takes a little bit of preparation, so I could just, grab a letter and just riff on it, I guess. If you like it, let me know. Send me an email at basherdirk.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. You know what I mean? Or who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? Thanks. And I might as well put this. If you want to contribute to the channel, you don't want to pay 30% to the czars at YouTube. PayPal me at dirkworld@nyc.rr.com. That's dirkworld@nyc.rr.com. I'm not an e-beggar, but I'm grateful that this is my vocation right now. I am so grateful to all of you that I can do this show every single day and not have to go sweep the floors at the bar. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I'm grateful for this new life that I have. It's just fantastic. It's fantastic. I can do so many other things. I can work on songs for the thing, or I can work on a new segment for the show, or it's just great. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Kevin Landon in the house, number 7. Me lucky again. Number 7's a lucky number, right? Free from work and able to watch live while wearing my Citizen ProMaster Chrono Diver with the green dial. You sent me a picture, right? I think you did. I have 2 windows open because, I have this very bizarre, very, very bizarre Gmail issue, which I think I solved last night. I was talking to Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. He's like, Dirk, I sent you a bunch of emails. You didn't answer me. Don't answer me. La, 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 la. Who is that? That's Alan Parsons Project. Great shit. True. That's because Gmail has been making it so hard for me to see what the latest emails are in chronological order with attachments. Anyway, I think I solved it last night. I think I finally got to the nitty gritty of it. And because everything looks normal today. But last night it was still a mess after I spoke to Scotty Love. So let's see. Greetings to Dirk and all the bashers. Hope you saw Fashion Police last night. Michaela was on fire while answering a question posed. I don't remember what I even asked her. Can I just tell you? I know I turned several shades of plaid because I just couldn't believe what was coming out of her mouth. It's a really fun show to do, guys. If you got me, listen. If you like a little bit of fashion and you like a little bit of sarcasm, it's a really wonderful show. And if you like to look at a beautiful woman, because she's astonishingly beautiful, smart lady on so many levels, she's just a superstar in the making. Yesterday, she just decided to take the podium and run with it and go bananas, and she was on fire. Absolutely on fire. It's a completely unscripted show, like mine is. It's completely unscripted. And I think we got to some nitty gritty about what you should and you shouldn't wear on when you travel. That was really important to me because I'm so tired of watching. And listen, I subscribe to a lot of channels and I watch a lot of content too, because it is my entertainment. I don't really watch a lot of television anymore, except I'm watching Bad Monkey with Vince Vaughn. Can I say what a great show that is so far? I'm really, 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 really enjoying it. It's funny. He's so funny. Do you guys like Vince Vaughn? He's really funny. And he got very skinny. It's really good show. 3 episodes in, digging it a lot. But I watch a lot of YouTube shows, and I do watch a lot of travel shows because I love travel and I like traveling well. Now, as you all know, being the sophisticated princess that I've been my whole life, because of my dad, I had the luxury of flying first class my entire life because my dad worked for American Airlines. My father has sadly left this earth. God bless his soul. And with him went my privileges. So Dirk's now in the back of the bus until he accumulates enough points and works on point systems and gets his ass out of coach. So I watch a lot of guys on how to do points and how to do this, and guys who travel, and they're in first class and they're bitching about the food. They're bitching about the amenity kit. They're bitching about the screen. They're bitching about boarding. They're bitching about the flight attendants, and they're wearing flip-flops and shorts in first class. How dare you comment on other people? Go get a mirror. Look at yourself first. If you're going to dress for if you're going to fly first class, dress for success. Dress like you belong. Don't wear a pair of flip-flops. Nobody wants to look at your ball sack hanging out of your shorts. Grotesque. So one guy's got a pair of dirty trainers on, sneakers to the UK, the United States folks, or actually tennis shoes for you in LA. Do the LA people still call them tennis shoes? But they used to. These guys dress like absolute pigs, and they're like, I can't believe they stopped serving caviar. Well, I can't believe you went to Old Navy to go buy that shitty t-shirt either. And I can't believe that you don't have socks on, you troglodyte. It's just unbelievable. So that's what we do on the show. We just kind of break it all down with a little bit of humor and a lot of sass. And I didn't have to do shit last night because she was unbelievable. Kevin says, sorry for the choppy message, but YouTube would only let me comment this way before Bash begins. I don't know. What's up with YouTube? Love me, please. Francofiore. How are you, Francofiore? Happy Tuesday, Bash. It's great to see you in the room. This guy is always in here with happy. He's always telling you to upvote and subscribe. Thank you so much. Grazie, grazie, grazie mille, signori. Thank you, Ken Furby. Hey, Dirk, I stuck an old photo of me and my dad. Hey, we all love that story. It was amazing. Up in the gallery. He's up to his ears in motor oil. And I'm there for moral support, and the state of his watch will become clear. That watch we saw the other day, which was such a phenomenal story. Everybody wrote to me about, hey, wasn't that a great thing? We all got to watch Ken Furby's story. That's what makes the bashers go around, my friend, Mr. Ken Furby. Grateful to you and to everyone who lets everybody in on a little bit. Listen, share as much as you want, share as little as you want. The Gallery of Bashtards is yours. It's 100% yours. And I always want to remind you that while that thing became a thing, it didn't become a thing until Emmett O'Malley came in with his incredible song. That he's such a creative force of nature. And one of the sweetest, nicest guys in the whole wide world, and a freaking monster musician. And he writes this stuff off the top of his head, but that really took off and really became something special when the guy he's unstoppable. Thanks, Em. Love you, man. Thank you. Glenn Parker's in the room. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you all. Hey, Glenn Parker, looking great. Great to see you. 209 ticket prices are very high. It's a good time to come back to touring. Yeah. Well, listen, the Oasis are trying to put the kibosh on that. They are. Because listen, that's who those guys are. They're like street thugs. They're Manchester street thugs. They're just, regular. If those guys didn't become who they became, they'd be working in a factory, in the mill. They'd be at the mill or having a pint at their local. They would just be those guys. Be like, hey, Declan, you, because they still are that with money. So they're trying very hard. It looks like they're trying very hard. They set the ticket price, highest ticket price, 86. I forget if it was 86 or 89 euros and pounds. So let's see what happens in the States where all the, the crazy money happens. And people in the United States are like, oh my God, I only paid $550 to see the Eagles. You only paid $550 to see the Eagles. Don Henley has more money than God. And they set their ticket prices. They have gold circle. These are not scalper prices. The Eagles, there's a couple of bands out there. Taylor Swift, she got busted, man. I know everybody loves to applaud her for her, she's so pro-feminist and she's so pro-girl and all this stuff and all the cool shit she did to take back her masters from that dodo brain who tried to rip her off. And I applaud her for all that. Isn't that great? Because those are your songs or songs you wrote with somebody else, and those recordings you don't own. And, that was a bad business move, but that's what everybody does in the beginning. None of us own our masters when we started out. I'll tell you a quick story, and of course, this is on a much. It's on an electron microscope scale compared to Taylor Swift. But when I signed my first record deal with a German record company, we didn't own our masters, and then we had to wait for a certain amount of time because we wanted to re-release our records, on our own, and finally make some money off of these things, which we did. We finally got the masters back from our original album. We put it out on a Greek label and our own label elsewhere. And we could not find any of the master tapes because while they, by law, had to give them back to us, we no longer had possession of them. And they just said, oh, they must have got lost. So somewhere those 2-inch tapes were probably recorded over, because tape is very expensive. And those records were done back in the analog days when people recorded not on computers, but on big machines and boards and all this stuff. And those were probably recorded over. What do we have? We have we have CDs of them. And the best you can do is to just take the CD and bring it to a master and hope he can make it sound a little bit better if it needs it, which we did. Anyway, ticket prices are high. So if you want to get back in the game and you want to make your money come out of hibernation, and here's the thing, I'll put this poll up. I'll put a poll up after you guys tell me who you're thinking about. There's a lot of chats in here today, and I'm going to try to get to as many of them as I can. Who's the next band you'd like to see come out of the woodwork for a reunion? We'll put 5 up. Who are your number one choices? Travis Watts, upvoted. 13's a lucky number in certain parts of the world with your Je le coutre. Looking great, man. Carolyn Martin's in the room with $9.99. Oh boy, I'm not even in the top 20. Hello, Bashers. Thank you, Carolyn Martin. Let's give you this guy. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Carlos Paggi in the room. Greetings, Dirk. Sir Dirk. Oh, Sir Dirk, I've been knighted. I'm not allowed to be knighted. And the noble knights of Basherdirk. Okay, in our own realm, we've the realm. Oh my God, is that the greatest name for Oisin's got the Whiskey Cigar Lounge? I think we should have the realm. Oh my God, Carlos Paggi, thank you so much for that flash of genius. Hope you're all hale and hearty. Did you know? That's of course it's a nautical theme, right? There is a chain of soup restaurants in New York City called Hale and Hearty. I don't know if you have them over there, but they're probably started in Britain because it's all like bisques and hearty soups. Fantastic. Dave Fitzsimons in the room. Hey, Basheristi. Whoop, whoop. Let's bash. Let's do it. Thank you, Dave, so much. David was the guy that gave me the idea for Dear Dirk. Dear Dirk. Dear Dirk, ba-da, 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 ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I was like working on when I was working on that song. I was like, I want to come up with like, remember in the 50s and 60s, whatever the old timey people would listen to it, and it was the whitest sounding shit you ever heard in your entire life. Because let's face it, that sound was completely replaced by the soul black sound. You know, people riffing and soulful, thick, that creamy pot of as a Khalid Muhammad, Khalid Superstar used to say, I want to hear that, where that gravy at? Thick and juicy. But then you listen to some of these old recordings and you're like, wow, these harmonies are off the hook. And that art form is completely gone now. I don't know if it was canceled. It's too damn white. It sounds good though. Danny Gutierrez is in the room. Hello, bastards. Good evening, you bastard. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you, Daniel. It's great to see you. Great, great, great. Mart's in the room with Bronson. Hey, Dirk, and all the bashers in the room. We got a whole bunch of bashers in the room. John Doe says, Oasis, Oasis, Oasis. Yeah, good for them. I'm glad for them, man. I'm really, really glad. He's stoked. Oh, he's registered for Croke Park. That's in Dublin on Saturday morning. Okay, so you're in the queue. Hopefully you'll be able to get it at face value. I don't know how. I don't know if the Irish government has regulated it because it's still Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster's global. Here in America, it's Live Nation. Is Live Nation there too? I don't know. I have no way of knowing. I've never ever played a gig in Ireland or the UK, just on the continent. Angelo Minichello had a guest for a week, but I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Angelo Minichello. Welcome back. Who did that song? John Sebastian. That was the theme from a 70s TV show called Welcome Back, Kotter. It was a big, giant television show in the 70s that launched the career of John Travolta, who was Vinnie Barbarino. Daniel says, Travis Watts, I'm sure I know what you're wearing today. Indeedy. Nathaniel Hannon in the room, $4.99. Always be yourself unless you can be Batman. Isn't that the truth? Then always be Batman. I agree. Then always be Batman. You know what's really interesting? I've mentioned this on the show that I'm a fan of that show, Entourage, and they're talking about a reboot. But they had an interview with the guy who was the star. His name is Adrien Grenier or Grenier. I think it's Grenier. It's a French word. Super duper ridiculously handsome guy. Was then and is even more so now. He really grew into his looks and he's super handsome. I was like, frick, that's Batman. So Warner Brothers, if you're deciding to reboot Batman, I think you should go with Adrien Grenier. Holy crap, the jaw, the 5 o'clock shadow, those crazy blue eyes that guy has. That's my pick. I know I'm picking a lot of maybe I should go into casting. Because Joshua Sass is the guy I want to play James Bond. I do not want Aaron Taylor Johnson because he talks like this. He's got, it could be like in a Guy Ritchie movie and be like, oh, you got a fiver, and then put a gun at you. He's got a real high voice. It's really kind of, it sounds like a real knacker. I really don't like him. And he's just wrong. He wears an earring. Come on. John Doe says, I was hoping for a ticket in one of the boxes. I got fed up with everyone throwing drink at each other in 97. Oh, I'm sure. And yeah, the Oasis crowd there, it's a rough crowd, right? Send it to Service Dirk and it'll be a big while before you see it again. You're talking about my Speedmaster. That's how behind the chat. You guys are chatting galore tonight. Amazing. Thanks so much for the chats. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of hoping, because everything else, it's great. I mean, there's a place down the street. He's got the machine that shows you the graph that shows you it's running at +2 -2, which is fine. Beat rate's good, so I don't want to have it serviced because I think right before I got it was serviced. It's just I just have that one little thing. I just want to have a watchmaker do it. I'm not going to send it to a maker because that would be like, I don't want to wait a year for it. That's not fair. And it's a reduced, which means it's 2 movements in there. There's two. It would be such a pain in the hole. I don't want to deal with this. Yeah. Probably $1 million gigs. I read, ready for this? Croke Park, $15 million a show. So after sales, after pluses and minuses of all the expenses, the Gallagher brothers are going to be making $15 million a night. That's what the take is to split. So, 15 million, $7.5 million euros or pounds each, depending on where you are. So each guy will be making about 7 million a gig. How's that? How's that for? You can get divorced again, Liam, if you want. Getting back for all the reasons. Either for all the reasons. It's probably right. Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah. And Travis says that reduce has 2 movements. There you go. I just said it. Yeah. The Dupois, Duprix. Everyone wants more money, even Mick Jagger and Paul McCartney. You want to know how funny thing about I saw Paul McCartney at Giant Stadium 3 years ago. And he keeps it really bare bones, man. Paul McCartney, he is a notoriously frugal. So you go to see Paul McCartney and there's no tapes or anything. There's 2 screens. I don't like stadium shows because you can't see shit. Can't really feel the music. And it was great, even though his voice is gone. He's notorious for like the Beatles had so many great string sections on so much orchestration on their music. And he has like a guy that does it all on synthesizer and it just sounds shitty. And he just doesn't hire those people. Paul is notoriously frugal, which is crazy. Yeah. Dean says, Dirk, that must is obvious that you are not an Oasis fan or Foo Fighters fan. Now, yeah. Listen, in both cases, I appreciate these artists keeping rock alive. Now, Oasis did nothing to keep rock alive because they've been gone since rock's been dead. But them coming back is really going to help rock, maybe get up a notch. It's not my cup of tea. I don't dislike the music. I kind of think that they're just too. I would never want to hang out with either of those guys. I just think that they're just plonkers. Not my thing. I love Dave from Foo Fighters. I love him as a person. I read his book, and but their music is just so milk toasty rock to me. It's just the most milk toast rock there is. Rock by numbers doesn't excite me. I like a couple of their songs, but like my friend Mary is obsessed with them. She goes to see them all the time. You couldn't drag me to a show like that. I would be bored. There's nothing in it for me, but that's what makes the world go round. You say potato and I say potato. It's fine. Yeah. This is a smart assessment. 209 says they were waiting so they would not have to share it with their wives. Let's get those payments out of the way first, fellas, right? John Doe says they are working class and most of the UK and Ireland are working class, so they know how to sing and connect about it. They make working class people feel elevated. On the nose. That's exactly what it is. You couldn't have been said better. That's who they are. They're not going to go out there with ramps and background singers and a horn section and all that shit. Hey, I like that stuff too. But that's not who they are, and they won't do it. Root beer. I'm sure tickets will sell out in record time. I hope I can secure one. I hope you can too. Show enough says Harry Styles. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Because you know why? You know why I couldn't remember his name? Because who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I like him. I liked that first song, Sign of the Times. I thought it was really, really good. And I heard the Watermelon Sugar. I heard it in the supermarket one day, and I was like, oh, that's okay. I mean, it's just, it's like chewing gum. You suck all the flavor out of it, and then what do? You spit it out. It's not something that you can digest and like sit back and put headphones on and it's not, it's not that record. It's not The Wall. It's not, it's not, I mean, pick your great work of musical art and put it here. If you like rock, it's The Wall or Dark Side of the Moon, or it's, Fragile, or it's, Tales of Topographic Oceans, or 2112, or whatever your favorite, rock records are. Revolver, Abbey Road. It's not that. It's, Harry Styles is, the Archies or the Partridge Family, but not as good. And it's just pop music, and he's into acting, he's into this and fashion, and sometimes he feels like a girl and sometimes he doesn't. He's an ambassador for fluidity, so he's a man of the times. He truly is, and that's great. It's great for the world. It's great. But the music is, it's disposable pop. It's not something you can savor. You can't chew on it. You can't go to it's not a steakhouse. It's fast food. It's drive-through. He's drive-through. Harry Styles is drive-through, right? Who cares? I don't care. Okay, here we go. Naive. That's funny. Did you mean Neve? Subjective comment. Did Neve write something in here that I missed it? Oh, she did. Shite. There she is, the O'Malley girl, and look at that photograph. Wow. Jarvis Cocker is a god. Common People, one of the best songs ever. Blur were better than Oasis still are. Agreed. For me, it's definitely Jarvis Cocker. I think he's a god too. 100%. 100%. And on a flip side, Marcus Crassus says Beyonce was the star performer at the DNC convention. No, she wasn't, because she wasn't there. Everybody was saying Beyonce. Nobody annoys me more than her. I think she's middle of the road. You get any pretty black girl, and they all can sing better than her. I know a million of them that can, and it's that derivative shit. She's a big star. There's a lot of money behind her. She's very pretty. Blah, blah, blah. Next. And she didn't show up. Everybody's like, Beyonce, Queen Bee. Meh. Next. Not a fan at all. So now I can read his full comments. I mean, a subjective comment. Tell that's 500,000 people trying to get tickets for away. Well, that's just the way it works, John Doe. It's just the way it works. Why is Nickelback so much bigger than insert your favorite band here? Why? I'm not saying one is better than the other, but some bands just capture the zeitgeist faster than the others. Neve's brother, my friend, and his brother, and their cousin, and the guy down the street. Personally, and I've said this a million times, I saw those guys play in a local bar in Queens, and I walked in there, and my friend Mary thought the singer was cute, and she wanted to stick around. I was like, let me get the fuck out of here, please, Jesus. And then I saw the guitar player pull out a very rare, very unique Gibson guitar. And I was like, oh, he's got a Vox AC30. Okay, there might be something tasty here. And then they played their show. We did not leave. We were going to stay for 2 songs. We stayed. And I said, she goes, what'd you think? I said, I think I just saw the greatest not famous band in the whole wide world. I've never seen anything that good in my life. They should have been an incredibly big band. They should have been bigger than Oasis. They should have been bigger than all that shit, because it was amazing. And listen, they're not going to tell you that, but I can. They're not going to, Emmett and Oisin are not going to say that. They can wax on about nostalgia and all that stuff. But I'll tell you something. They had the best singer I've ever heard. I have personally ever heard since like Freddie Mercury. I have never heard a singer like that wasn't a superstar. I've never heard that. And the songs were incredible, and the band was incredible. And they didn't make it. So it's subjective. It's all subjective. Like, why is Watermelon Sugar? Why did that guy make it in the United States and Robbie Williams didn't? Robbie's got way better songs. He's got Guy Chambers, and he's a genius. Ashman, cheap hotels in Edinburgh are already wanting 15. See, this is what everybody does. There's a blackout, so everybody's gouging. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. John Doe says that Noel gave his wife 20 million. Well, she probably deserves it, right? She probably does. Yeah. I agree that mass hysteria is proof of nothing. I mean, it certainly isn't. Gene says 15 years, Dirk. I went to the last Oasis gig at the Eden Project, 6,000 people. Only 6,000 people? That's great. I'm glad you got to see that, because isn't it great to see your favorite band in a tiny environment? Because listen, stadium shows, it's just a way to make a ton of money. It's just a way for not just you, because you're not making the money like all the other gnats are, all the succubi, because when you're John Mellencamp, he's American Heartland. That guy doesn't give a shit. He had 5 heart attacks. He's smoking Marlboros. He doesn't care. He wants to get up there. He makes sure his tickets cost nothing. And then everybody, starts charging $300, $400, $500, $900, $1,000. Everybody's making money off the fact that you played that gig and you priced your ticket so low. So now their their profit margin is crazy. It's almost worse for you to put your tickets low. It's almost worse. But let me make a statement here. Dear Bashers. My favorite artist in the world is Kate Bush. I've said this before. Now, Kate Bush doesn't do anything. But in 2014, I tried to get tickets to her show. I had all my credit cards lined up. It's freaking 3:00 in the morning. She was London. She's playing Hammersmith. I was very excited. She played 27 nights or some crazy. It was a residency. It sold out in 10 minutes, the entire thing, because she's Kate Bush. She's a goddess, especially in London, because in America, nobody knows who she is, except for Stranger Things. Well, she priced those tickets. She did not. There was no way to scalp that show. That show was unscalpable because she said, "So many people have been waiting to see me. So here's the face value." And when you bought the tickets, they printed your name on them. So if you were allowed to buy 4 tickets, and the tickets would have your name on them. So when you showed up with those tickets, with those 3 other people, if you weren't there to show your ID with those 3 other people, none of you got in, which is incredible. And it can be done. An artist can stop the madness. And she's not in the concert game. She hasn't played in forever. She hadn't played in 30 years. And she barely makes records. She makes records every, couple of decades. Amazing. It can be done. But everybody profits off that. So it's almost worse when you price your tickets low, because then the profit margin is even better. It's absolutely ridiculous. Crazy. And Liam gave his wife $6 million. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have anywhere near as much money because Noel writes all the songs, and that's where all the money is. JC Kingsley says, "So you're saying that you wonder if money was the wall? Get it? Enters the room with the dad jokes. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, Dirk. They said it's a world tour. Yeah, no, that's going to happen, and as it should. They're going to have. Why get together unless you're going to give the world everything that the world wants? Oasis were not, Robbie Williams. They weren't only big in certain territories. That was a worldwide band, and I'm surprised they didn't sell more records. I read today that they sold 67 million records, which is a lot of records for anybody. But for a band like that, you would think it would be like 100, 120 million, you'd think so. Yeah. Oasis are like the Beatles. Well, no, they aren't. The multi-generational fans for sure, but I don't think I don't ever like anybody putting anybody in that. No offense to you if that's your favorite band, and it's fine. I didn't insult him, but we have a very good friend named Dermot who we love, and he's one of the most handsome, most beautiful people in the whole wide world. And the Gallagher brothers, they annoy the shit out of me with this. Was back in the day when they were just being so acerbic and stupid. And I was just like, oh, what a pack of bleep. And he's like, oh, they're my favorite band in the whole wide world. Okay, that's great. Yeah. But the Beatles, they are not. But they're Oasis. They're the best Oasis that's ever going to be. Scalpers are going to be all over. Yeah, it's going to be horrific. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on. You know what it's time for, my friends? I am so late for the Gallery of Bashtards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
The Gallery of Bastards. Always great to see everybody. I'm going to start off with those 2 things I couldn't find last night from Scotty H. Let me stop this. Hold on. Let me play it for you now. Ready? Window. Here we go. We were talking about Spidell bands the other day, and he dug this up. Everybody remember those? They were on everybody's watches back in the day. It was crazy town. Now, here's the thing, and this kind of created a firestorm for me yesterday. And I spent hours and hours and hours online last night. This is Feral Freddy. Feral Freddy is a cat that visits Scotty Love near his house. This is Scotty Love's truck. And here's Feral Freddy, who feels comfortable enough to just go hang out in his car. And here's the second picture of him. He's having a nice snooze. Look at that. He's upside down. He's right side up. He's a beautiful boy. And then I said to him, he's got a collar on. There's got writing on it. He's got a tag on. And he said, yes, he does. And they called the number, and the people didn't know what we were talking about. And then I asked, because I'm the great inquisitor, I said, did somebody move out? And it turns out that somebody owns the house and somebody rented the house. and the renters moved out. This was a new renter. And I said, okay, so I need a better picture of that. Or next time you see that cat, I want to see what's on the flip side. Take a picture of it, because between me and my sister Carrie, we could probably find out who lost his cat. Now, he was worried that somebody doesn't deserve to have the cat. But listen, there are a lot of instances. And it happened to me once with my dog. And you guys know how I am. My roommate at the time opened up the door with his kids, and I lived in Forest Hills before we lived here, and I only lived there for 1 year, and my dog got out the door, and she was my everything, and I spent the better part of a day and a half looking for her. I couldn't find her. It was like a mess. They should have taken me to the emergency room, and after 2 days of looking for her, I got home, and there she was in my backyard. My neighbors had found her. Somebody found her on the street and said, "Hey, that's my neighbor Dirk's dog." And they're like, "No, it's our dog. We just renamed it Fluffy." I'm like, "No, look, there's a collar. Didn't you see the collar?" And they were like, and like, there's my name and my phone number and all that stuff. Anyway, I got him back. Sometimes accidents will happen. You know what? I want to find out if anybody, if you ever come in contact with a stray animal, always check to see if they have a tag. I mean, that I saw the tag and I almost had a heart attack. Anyway, he's going to do his due diligence and get back to me on that. And I said, "I'm sorry for being such a pain in the ass, but I really feel like I was scrolling through the area where he lives forever and ever. Now the cat's been there for a long time. So this cat has gotten used to life on the streets, which is so sad to me. Anyway, he's beautiful. And thank you, Scotty Love, so much for that. I am sorry to be such a pain in the ass, but that's kind of how I roll. Where's my other page with my other emails? Okay, great. Oh, you guys are on fire today. So many galleries. Okay, we'll go late tonight, and I'm happy for it. Oh, there's Melly C, Carlos Paggi, JC Kingsley. Great. Okay, let me get back to the top. Okay, starting off with Andrew Wolkowicz and the girls. Oh, and Senor as well. Okay. You know how it works. I can't believe that blanket has survived, my friend, because their nails will just clip to. Oh, is that a video? I'll have to download it for the next one. Okay, baby. I can't really do it live. Google Mail is just kind of shite. It just really is. Gmail is kind of shite, but you got more for me here anyway. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Well, the gang's all here. Look at this. Cats. Oh, they're all at the top of the stairs. Look at that. Oh boy. What are you guys all doing? Are you waiting at the top of the stairs for Christmas presents? I see like there's a cat toy there. That looks dangerous. These are cats plotting someone's murder. Amazing. Thank you, Andrew. You're the best. The kids are beautiful. That's so great. Then we got Dean. Oh, yeah, right. Well, here we go. What were we talking about all night? Pretty much. It's a big thing to talk about, I guess, right? Maybe, definitely. There you go. I guess all the Brits are very excited. I guess so. I mean, I don't personally give a shit, but I'm grateful. I'm glad. I'm really glad. The world does need Oasis. The world really does need Oasis. Oh, look at you. What a great shot, Andrew, of her looking so beautiful. We never get the beauty shots. Look at that. What a beautiful baby. What a great shot. That's amazing. Wow. You always give the action shots or the feet shots, but you know what? Look at that. The beauty shot. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, pal. John Doe with £9.99. Thanks for the crack, Dirk. Oh, thank you for the crack. You were really on fire today. And congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for everybody. Listen, the band I would like to, obviously the Kate Bush thing, I never got the tickets because Citibank fucked me up. And but the band for me is Jellyfish. That's a band that should have been huge. They never were. I don't know why. They were ahead of their time, or they were just too quirky. I don't know. That's the band I would like to see most, and I would spend the money on if Jellyfish could get back together again. That's the band I would spend the money on. Kate Bush is the other one. I didn't get to see it. I don't think she'll ever do that again. But thank you, buddy boy. And for that, we'll give you, let's give you this. Thank you, pal. Thank you so much. I have a recycled bottle, Carolyn Martin, in case you're looking at me. I'm buying the bottles again because it says 100% recycled. So I'm very excited about that. Here's Phil. Oh, some crumpet, guys. You ready? Here's Phil with the kids. Oh my God, amazing. Look at the eye color. Look at you, you beautiful baby. Fantastic. Oh my God. Wow. You are beautiful. My Mimi would love you. My friend. Oh, look at this beautiful photograph. I mean, not that that's not beautiful, but like the color on this is outrageous. What a face, huh? The two of yous. Oh man, look. Oh, the cross paw. So elegant. Oh my God, amazing. Thank you so much, Phil. What a great shots. Fantastic. My Gmail's acting normal, kids. I'm very excited. Here's Matthew. Oh, nice. What do we got? Okay, so it's not a Speedy, it's a Seamaster, but isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Look at the seaweed green. Is that black or green? I can't tell. Looks perfect on your wrist, man. Perfect size. Perfect. Look at that. Some people can wear it and some people can't. That looks great. Gorge, man. Great gallery so far, kids. Thank you. Cats, watches, Oasis. I'm going to listen to Oasis tonight. See, maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll like it. Not that I dislike it. It's just not my thing. I for that Britpop shit, I was obsessed. I loved Sing When You're Winning. And I love those tunes, man. I love that record, Escapology. I love that record. I was really into those records, and nobody even knew who he was, And I kind of like that too. I kind of like the fact that nobody knew who he was. I'm sure he didn't. Oh yeah, what do we got here? Oh yeah. Oh, here's Ken. Did you send me the picture with your dad? Let me see. This is that amazing picture. It's a different one though. Amazing. Oh man, that's incredible. Look at that Bulova. Wow. Bulova made in Queens. Literally 15 minutes from where I'm sitting. The Bulova factory. Still there. No longer making watches. Owned by Citizen. And that's good. At least it's a Japanese company. Could be the other way around. Which would be less than good. Crumpet and Pixel. That's the other cat's name. Pixel. You're beautiful too, baby. Okay. So we got... okay, we got some pictures from Julian. Let's get them in there. Some more. He said, I never get to share any of my color pictures with your guys. So I was like, well, bring them on. Bring them on. New pictures. Look at it. This is the kind of art that he makes. He's a photographer and a digital artist. Wow. Oh, wow. And he doesn't do this through conventional means, kids. He does this all in his own software that he's developed, that he says in the mail. Stuff, you would think Photoshop or something like that, and it's not true at all. He creates this stuff. I mean, these are like amazing. I would love to frame some of these, kiddo. They're gorgeous. Look at the windows. Wow. This is a lot of work, Julian. Beautiful stuff. Wow, beautiful. Look at this gallery of stuff. Julian, thank you. And he's feeling a bit better, and we're very grateful to hear that. Because we don't like it when the Basherdirks are not feeling well. And he has not been well for a while, and now he's really feeling better. This is great. This is from Angelo Minichello. Oh, and he corrected me last night because he says, you do have a sub. I do. The Waltham can handle depths of 300 meters. You are correct, sir. You know what I need to do? I need to go swimming with that thing is what I need to do. Look at this. Look, an ad from 1974. Ed Gibson with his Omega Speedmaster Mark II 145014. We're all used to the 145012, right? But this is a Mark II, which, look at this. Isn't this great? NASA conference. It's funny. These guys are all like 30 years old, right? But this is what men looked like then. Everybody looked 25 years older than them. He was probably like 32. He's probably like 28, and he's probably 30. Everybody looked like a district attorney. Now guys are 50 and they have earrings and tattoos and a nose ring, and it's funny stuff. Thank you so much for that. It's amazing. Okay, where do we got? We got some Bronson action. Oh man, full on amazingness. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh, you have one of those Hissens. I've seen that color. Look, that what a shot! Oh my god, this is like studio quality. Jumping up on the TV. Oh my god, pics. Now that I would imagine you have one of those special vacuums, right? I mean, I had a white cat too. She was nowhere near as fluffy as you, but amazing. Fantastic. Oh my God, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, boys and girls. Martin. Travis Watts, what do you got for us, Travis Watts? Well, I had no idea what you were going to send me whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Mr. Travis Watts with his look at that beauty. Ooh. I don't know about you, but that's Oasis to me. That is just the watch that makes my heart sing. I'm just such a Speedmaster aficionado. Absolutely stunning. Look at that thing. It's the most legible watch in the world, if I do dare say so myself. Absolutely love it. It's beautiful. Such great shape in the original box. Look at that. I can't believe that box isn't peeling. You're taking very good. I know those boxes peel. You must be extra careful. Beautiful. Speedy Tuesday, baby. Speedy Tuesday. Beautiful. Thank you, Travis. Oh, here's more. Oh, yeah. Amazing. A little bit of movement action for you for the first Omega worn in space. Amazing. Incredible. Exhibition cases, guys. What's your opinion on that? You love them, you hate them. Necessary, unnecessary. Does it make a difference to you when you're thinking about a new watch if it doesn't have an exhibition case? I mean, I personally doesn't. I mean, I like looking at a beautiful movement, but it has to be a beautiful movement. Some watches, I mean, it's so stupid. You go into Macy's and you see like a Michael Kors watch, and it has a exhibition case. For what? What are we looking at? That shitty Chinese movement that you have in there? Who cares? Who cares? I mean, who cares? But like when you're looking at an 861 or an 1861 or 1863 or a 321, even Rolex movements, they're nothing to look at except for, the new one, the Le Mans. That's beautiful because they dressed it up, because they're not meant to be seen. They're meant to be used. That is a frameable shot if I ever saw one. Am I wrong or am I wrong? Amazing. Look at that thing. Killer. And that strap is everything. Did I say that strap is everything? That strap is everything. Holy mackerel, that's beautiful. Holy mackerel. Uh-oh, who's got something for us on Speedy Tuesday? He's a baller, high caller, Nathaniel Hannon with his solid gold Speedy. Damn, look at that thing. Monster. And he wears it every day. He doesn't primp and preen and pose and protect. This is his daily beater, man. This guy wears it every single day. Look at that. Craziness. Yeah. If you're going to go gold, baby, that's the way to do it. Nathaniel, amazing. Look at that thing. Still the most legible watch in the world, even in gold. He loves gold. Gold Speedy. Bow, bow. Nathaniel Hannon wearing his gold Speedmaster. Amazing. Gold Speedy. I should have a new show, Gold Speedy. It's amazing. Here's a little bit of Mindy Madness from LEC. Oh my God, amazing. Look at you, you baby. Look at you, you beautiful lady. She's always got the I'm tripping on mescaline. She's I think every time you point a camera at her, her eyes just open up and she's like, what are you doing to me? Amazing. She's so beautiful. Incredible. We love you, Mindy. And here's some Mork. Well, he's a handsome lad himself. You cat people. Oh my God. Look at him. Look at that beautiful face. The two of them. And they're the best of friends, right? They're the best of friends. They ever fight? They ever get into the brawls? I hope not. I mean, once in a while they probably do. But she's a girl. Don't hit girls. Not nice. Carlos Paggi's in the room with some, looks like motorsports. Look at that. Okay. What do we got going on here? Wow. Oh, cool. Is this you driving? I'm sure there's a note, and I'll have to read about it. Wow, cool. Cool cars. Let me go back to the email and read the notes. Rallying in the 80s. Was this you rallying in the 80s? Wow, that's very impressive. Very cool. Guess who's back in town? The boys are back in town. It's JC Kingsley, ladies and gentlemen, back in the chats. He's been away, but he's back. Oh my God, you guys look like you're in the Misfits or any death metal band from the 80s and 90s. Wow, you look scary. Oh God, I love this. This is amazing. Wow. Look at your eyes. Holy shit. What is that? Oh my God. That's like the Blue Man Group in hell, right? Uh-oh. Dawn of the Dead. You guys are zombies. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Amazing. Welcome back. Welcome back. JC Kingsley back on the Bastards. Here's Danny Gutierrez showing off what is known as an Omega Speedmaster. Professional. Looking great with a little bit of loom. With a little loom, you can get it out. And having a big fat stogie over there with a little bit of a 007, a little James Bond referencing over there. What's it going to take to get James Bond to wear a Speedmaster? I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but it might. Easy E says, did you show my wine and watches? I don't know. I'm going to see the pictures now. I did see the big sunflower. I did see. Yeah, I think we did. But it's beautiful. Let's see it again. I didn't see this one. This is the high-rise building that he works on, does all the beautiful gardening for, Dean. Because you guys are the gardeners, the master gardeners. So I'm going to tell you both what I did. My basil has been growing, and I've been making pesto and stuff. I don't know if it's just the end of the season, but my leaves started to get really, really yellowish, light green. They weren't looking great. And I went online and I read that it was because it was so tightly packed. So I took them out of the pot. I separated because there was like 5 plants in there. I separated them, put them in a giant pot, got new potting soil, got some nitrogen, got all that stuff, and they're all back. And I'm hoping, or is it just the end of it's the end of the basil as we know it. I don't know, but it's something I do every morning when I get up, even before I have coffee. I go water all the stuff, and then I go check on my basil. I don't know how I feel about that. I hope it's kicking around. JHB with a little IWC. Looking amazing. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Look at that thing. What a dial, huh? And what a perfect presence on the wrist, too. Easy to read. Talk about legibility. Look at that. 3-hander with a date. Looks great. I love that watch. One of these days I'll get an IWC. One of these days I'll get one. Outrageous cat pics from JC Kingsley in the room. Let's check it out. And a middle finger too. Oh, that's amazing. The love they give us back is not even believable. Look at you babies. That's the thing about cats, they're fine on their own, but when they're not, they need you. Look at this. Look at the cute bedspread. That's cuter than hell, huh? Oh my God, that's adorable. Thanks, JC. Glad to hear everything's better in your world. Took a little time off from the intrawebs. That happens. And here's Eric. Oh man, look how cute this is. You guys are sending some great shots today. Amazing. The wee man. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the two of you. Look at that. Oh, wow. Is there anything prettier than that when they're so comfy and so relaxed? And beautiful blankets. Look at that. What's going on back there? Oh, you guys are amazing. Thanks, man. Amazing. Thanks, Eric. Very, very much. And that, my friends, is the Gallery of Bastards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublimely absurd. The Gallery
Thank you for the Gallery of Bastards. Guys, you know you can send anything you want to me at basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. Also, if you want to participate in Sunday night's Dear Dirk, send your letters to basherdirk@gmail.com. Just title it Dear Dirk, and I will choose I'll read them all. I'll get them all. I can do more than one in a session. It's be fun. I'd love to do it. It would be my absolute pleasure to do so. Marcus says he'd please play Madison Square Garden Oasis. They definitely won't. They're going to play Giant Stadium. It's going to be stadiums only. That's not enough. They'd have to play 10 nights there. You know, it would be absolutely ridiculous. Time for a Led Zeppelin reunion. Well, it's only, I guess, I don't know. They're really old now, aren't they? And I think Robert Plant said no. You know, I just don't think, I don't think that's ever going to happen. John Doe says they will definitely make their way around the world. They sure will. Try listening to Half the World Away or The Master Plan. Okay. And Mart says to listen to Let's All Make Believe. Great. Okay. Master Locksmith couldn't find the key to Liam Gallagher to find the key that Liam Gallagher sings it. But maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. I mean, I think he's a fine singer. I have no problem with the way he sings. He's got a very unique style. Nobody sounds like him. And that's better than being a technically proficient singer. I've always said that. It's better to be Ozzy Osbourne than Christina Aguilera. Because there's a million people that go, oh, yeah. There's a million people. But crazy. Nobody sounds like that. It's better to sound like yourself than it is to be some crazy, amazing coloratura, unless you're really an opera. Travis has considered purchasing a modern Bulova. You should. Why not? They're cool. They're definitely cool. I'm just going through the chats just to see what you guys talk amongst yourselves. Gene says, I'm picking up my new watch tomorrow. Can't wait. I will send some photos in tomorrow, Dirk. You'll definitely like it. I can't wait to see it. I can't see that. I would love to know. Let's see. Where are you guys going with this? Liam will insist on Bonehead. On the guys in the bands. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Who knows how that's going to work out? They should pick the two guys. Well, they're going to pick up whoever they want. And you think they're going to fight over, like Chris Sharrock was Robbie Williams' drummer. And then he was in Oasis. And then he went with Noel, right? Or did he go with Speedy? I don't know which one he went with. But it shouldn't be those guys. It should be the guys that were in Oasis. It shouldn't be. Didn't they have Zach Starkey for a while too? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. Dean says bin it. Start from new. Really? My basil plant? Oh, I can't do that. I'm not going to bin it. I have nothing to care for right now. I can't do it. Melly C says that Mindy is the feisty and the bossy one. She loves to trip Mork up the stairs. Oh, she's mean, right? She's a girl. That's her prerogative. Oh, that was your 007 lighter, right? Great. I didn't see the pictures with your dad covered in motor oil. Where did that go? That was in the beginning. Did I miss that? See, this is the problem with the frickin' Gmail, because you said you might have said you did it, and I don't see it. So let me see where that was. Where was it? Where was that mention of that? Just so make sure. Yeah, it's Ken Furby, right? Okay, so I'm looking at the thing. I'm going to type in Ken to see what's going on here. Ken Furby. Did I miss one? Nope, that's not it. Nope, I don't have it. I just checked. Ken Furby, did you send? Do me a favor, send it for tomorrow's. I'll do the first one out of the gate, okay? Because I just looked and I put your name in there, and I don't see the one with your dad covered in motor oil. I would love to see that, unless that was the watch, the Bulova watch, right? Right. So Dylan is not a polished singer, but his voice is iconic. Exactly. That's how I feel about that stuff. Alan White is probably their best drummer. I mean, listen, they're going to pick who they pick, Well, what about your poll? Meaning what? Watches does he wear? I don't know what the question means, but you can tell me. Who does he want to see live? He doesn't want to see Oasis. He doesn't give a shit. Alan White's brother is even better. See, I don't know the interaction of that. I know Alan White's probably the original guy that they had. Chris Sharrock is an amazing drummer. Zach Starkey's a great drummer. His dad's one of the best there ever was. So yeah, they're going to pick out whoever they want, and that's great. Good for them. Good for rock. Good for Oasis. Good for the world. I think it's just a great thing that they're getting back together, regardless of whatever the reasons are. I hope they make all the money in the world, and I hope none of the scumbag, skeezy bastards and the buzzards that are lurking around are going to make any more money than those two guys. Because as much as I think that Liam's a bit of a jackarse and knows the more of the talent of the band, I think Liam's iconic, and I think that they deserve to make the money. Vultures are out. They're going around. Everybody's swimming around figuring out how they can make that Oasis money right now, just like they do with every other concert that goes around, and it's just absolutely ridiculous and horrible and terrible. And not a big fan of that kind of shit. Try to make it in a way that scalpers can't get a hold of your tickets. There's a way to do it. Kate Bush did it. I don't know who else could do it. Anyway, guys, that's the show for today. Thanks so much for hanging in there all this time. What a great show. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate Andrew, Carolyn Martin, Nathaniel Hannon, John Doe. Thank you so much. It really helps me survive in this world. And thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Dirk. That's great. Thank you for being. Thanks for the amazing Gallery of Bastards. We had 80+ people in the live show today, and those numbers are better than ever, man. The subscriber base is up. The comments are up. You guys have been so amazing. I'm so grateful to do this show every single day. Speedy Tuesday. I called it Greedy Tuesday as a joke. I don't think they're being greedy. I think they deserve the money, and I think they're going to get it. And I'm very, very, very happy that rock isn't completely dead, that there's going to be enough people out there. Think of this, guys. There's enough people out there to fill a stadium several times in every city of the world to see a rock band. And isn't that great? It's great for us. It's great for everybody, because music is so shit now, and it needs to get better. You know what I mean? It really does. I really hope it does. Anyway, guys, remember to hold the door open, say please and thank you. And always remember, if you encounter unkindness, you can't always know what that person's going through. They could be having a really bad day. Either that, or they're just a